You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Smash that like button. Crucial game. They all are, but this is a really, really must-win game for Liverpool now on Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff at home to Burnley. Some breaking news that's coming to us in the last hour. Thiago, right? I had him in my my predicted lineup as we were speaking about him on Tuesday on Hot Topics. He's now injured again, right? He's out since April 2023. He's played 5 minutes against Arsenal and apparently he suffers a muscle injury. What do we do with Thiago now? Well, nothing, because he's injured again. Now, again, I had him in with McAllister and Endo to start this game, but obviously that's now not going to happen. I mean, it didn't look like he got injured in that game against Arsenal. As we know, he's only on the pitch for about 5 to 10 minutes, but obviously in the aftermath of it, he's had a kind of an inspection and they've seen that there's a muscle injury. So I think now I'm at the point where, I mean, as you know, I wanted 3 or 4 more stand innovations from him until the end of the season. But I think now is the point where we kind of just admit that that's not going to happen. He will not play many more times for Liverpool. I mean, I don't know how long he's going to be out for now, but it's definitely got to... I don't want to say it because it pains me to say it because of how good a footballer he is. But I think we're now at the point of no return for Thiago at Liverpool Football Club, which is just the biggest shame. But, you know, I hope he gets better soon. If anything, I didn't even think it was worth bringing him on for those 5 minutes. But it is what it is. He's injured. So let's get into an actual predicted 11 of players who aren't injured. It will be Alisson in goal. Interesting to see if Conor Bradley will be involved, if at all, in this one. Nominated for Premier League Player of the Month alongside Diogo Jota for the month of January. 2 Liverpool players nominated, 3 wins across January in the Premier League for us. I think it's 3 goals and 2 assists for Jota and a goal and 3 assists for Bradley in that time. So question mark over him. I mean, Trent had a pretty awful game against Arsenal, only lasted 56 minutes. Probably wouldn't have even played the game if Conor Bradley was fit because he's, you know, hasn't started a game for a month, Trent. But I do think at home, you go with Trent. Obviously, Conor dealing with, at the start of the week, his dad's funeral in Ireland, Northern Ireland. So obviously, again, our thoughts go out to him and his family. But I do think Trent plays this one, unless he's injured as well. Konate will be out for this one after that red card against Arsenal. Let me know in the chat. It is, well, there's no point in letting you know in the chat, or letting me know in the chat, because Quansah will play in this one, I'm assuming. Joel Matip's still out injured, obviously. So yeah, it will be Van Dijk and Quansah, which again is fine for me. Quansah's been excellent this season. And the left back, do you go Joe Gomez? Do you go Andy Robertson? Do you even go Tsimikas, who is flirting with coming back into the full strength, the first team setup? So it'd be interesting to see who he plays at left back. But in the midfield now, me personally, Endo, get him straight back in that number 6 position. I would also go with McAllister in a little bit more of an advanced position. I'd like to see him there. And then I would go Curtis Jones. You know, his season has been brilliant. So Harvey Elliott may be unlucky to miss out on this one. But that's the midfield that I'm going with. Let me know in the comments if you agree or not. Darwin Núñez has to start this game. He must start this game. I think the 4 games that Liverpool have lost this season to USG, Toulouse, Tottenham and Arsenal, he's not started any of them. So that to me is a glaring and obvious stat that shows you play him, right? Right from the start, he causes so much aggravation for the other team. So he goes in and I'd like to see him score in this game. I mean, Salah is physically back in Liverpool, but I don't think this game is his one to come back into. I mean, we could see him on the bench. We could see a little 10-minute cameo. But again, for me, it's going to be Diaz, Núñez and Jota on that right-hand side. And again, all of those players can slip in and out. Maybe even Jota goes to the left, Diaz goes to the right. But Núñez, for me, has to go down the middle in this one. At home against Burnley, come on. You've got to play the big man. La Pantera, the Panther, as he is well known. So that's us. I mean, let me know if you agree or disagree with that lineup prediction. Again, you can see Gakpo coming off the bench, potentially Connor Bradley, potentially Harvey Elliott. Looking forward to seeing him pick up some form again. And as I said, this is a must-win. Looking at Burnley side of things, as we know, in general, it's been an awful campaign so far for Burnley. However, David Fofana, are you worried about him? Scored 2 on his debut for Burnley last week at home. Obviously, he comes from Chelsea. He's out on loan at Burnley. And apart from him, there's no real dangerous kind of threats. I mean, we did win there 2-0 in December, I think it was. But there were some scary moments, and if Burnley had a bit more quality, they could have scored 1, if not 2. We did give them a lot of chances in that game, and actually we were lucky to come away with a clean sheet. So I am going to pay respect to Burnley because they, I think I just saw a stat on DR Sports earlier. I think their passes per game has gone up massively. Hasn't reflected in the results, but obviously I'm still going for a Liverpool home win. But there's a part of me that thinks it won't be as easy as maybe everyone thinks it will be. On DR Sports just then, we had 4-0, 5-0, 6-0 predicted. I went with 4-1, so I'm going to stick with that on the Kop TV. Let me know in the chat, though, your score predictions for this one. Don't forget, if Liverpool win this game, I think City play early Saturday, so we'd have to respond to them. I think we would go top again, but obviously Arsenal play on Sunday as well against West Ham. So tight. I think it's 52 points, 49... Or is it 50? I think it's 51, 49, 49 for Arsenal and City. So it's got to that time of the year again, people, where you can't make a mistake. You have to get maximum points, especially at home. And that Arsenal and City are either going to be breathing down our necks or ahead of us. So it's that kind of mad frenzy when it gets to kind of mid-February where for the rest of the season you just have to keep winning. There is no room here for any slip-ups, and Liverpool need and must win this game convincingly, right? And if you look at the games coming up ahead for Liverpool, there's actually no midweek games for a while now, which is something we like to see. Gives the players that full recovery time. So after the Burnley game, it's Brentford away next Saturday and then Luton at home Wednesday the 21st of February. So again, let me know in the chat. The next 3 games, I'm saying we should be getting 9 points out of those, right? Burnley at home, Luton at home, Brentford away. A place where we actually have struggled recently. We lost there last season, of course, but Brentford haven't been great themselves. So I'm hoping and expecting a 9-point tally there before we, of course, go into that all-important Carabao Cup final against Chelsea on the 25th. So then, I'm going with a strong Liverpool win. I'll go with 4-1. I'd love to see Núñez get back in amongst the goals. I'd like a couple of goals from midfield, maybe. Let's go with a goal from McAllister. Jota probably will score, he normally does. And I'm going to go for 2 Núñez goals. That's my prediction. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the chat as always. And if you agree or disagree with the lineup prediction, you could have a very different one to me as always. But listen, really disappointed about this Thiago news. I mean, what else can we say about him? We know he's an excellent player, but he's out injured again. And for me, that's the last straw now. It is what it is with Thiago. He will be leaving in the summer, which I think when he looks back, he will... Again, a couple of trophies that he's picked up at Liverpool, but disappointed, man, that he's been injured so much. Obviously, disappointed isn't even the word. He's one of my favourite players to watch. So he's going to be out for this one. And again, if there's any more news on that injury and when he's due back, we'll give you that. But in the meantime, smash that like button, comment with your thoughts on what we've spoken about, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Guys, let me give you a live update. We're not far away from 40,000 subs. It would be great to get it as soon as possible. 39,000 subs now and 204 subscribers. So please, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that as a nice little favour to the Kop TV. And let's get to 40k as soon as possible. But let's get the 3 points on Saturday. Massive game for Liverpool. And we've even made you a new outro. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you check out the rest of the channel too. There's other stuff you'll enjoy for sure.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous dads.
Come on.